In my earlier introduction, I had shared that I'll be starting a podcast, and today is the first episode of that. I welcome you all who have joined in. So let's get started. My first guest on this podcast is someone who is doing extremely well ashore. And this is the same person who has given me the idea to start this podcast. So I welcome Yash Deep Agnihotri. So hi Yash, welcome to this channel. You already know why I started this channel, so I'll shoot right into the questions. Please tell our viewers, where are you right now? What are you doing? And then I will dig deep into your past, that how you got there.
I'm currently in Singapore. I'm working in Singapore as a global operations manager for a company known as Marine Care. We are chemical manufacturers for tank cleaning, for hold cleanings, and for engine room. Yeah, that's it.
Now that I understand your job and also that I know you personally, there is something very interesting I would like to share with the viewers. Isn't it that you are doing MBA from Copenhagen Business School while you're working? And a very interesting part of that is that you're also funded by your company. So please tell our viewers, how did you achieve that?
Oh, okay. So yes, Robin, my MBA is fully sponsored by my company. Now, yeah, here comes a twist. So I just joined my company. I think 4 months. I think 3 or 4 months. Yeah. I just completed my probation, and because of my profile, I found that there is a void which I need to fill, and that can only be filled by an MBA program. So I applied for this, and I got the admit. And then coming to the sponsorship or the funding, you can say it was a bit of a challenge. It took me a month and a lot of convincing and emails and presentations and convincing with reasons. I have to show my company like what I can give them in return for the funding they will give me. So yeah, finally they agreed, and it was 100%. It's 100% full funded program for me. Yeah.
Congratulations, brother. I was really very excited when you got into CBS and also got funded by your company. So Yash, my next question to you is that you are already at the top management level position while you're working at sea. And coming from sea to ashore is a huge step. It's not something which is easy considering the amount of money that people make when they're at that level, and also considering the amount of vacation that you can take. It's like a sailor can take a vacation for almost a year or more and still does not have to fear that he would lose his job. So, what was your motivation in making this transition from ship to shore?
I enjoyed sailing. I still enjoy and cherish sailing. But there was a thing like family. Family was one of the most important reason I say. Then secondly, the drive to do something more and to try out and venture into the unknowns and see how far you can go. To learn new skills, uh, to understand business of shipping on a more broader prospect. These are the two reasons. There's nothing else. Yeah.
That's fantastic, brother. Please tell the viewers about this specific journey from the time you got down from the ship until you got this job. How was it? And what was your decision-making process?
I'm an Indian citizen. I was under Maersk Tankers India. Yeah. But I immigrated to Singapore in 2018 after signing off from my vessel last year, Feb 2022. I thought now that I was 35 years old, so age is very important factor if you want to come ashore. And I thought let me try. So I saw a couple of jobs. I applied to them. So there were marine superintendents, operations superintendents. I was waiting HSEQ superintendent's job also. Then there was this job for global operations manager for marine care. So I gave the interview, and fortunately, in one of the role, I was shortlisted. I went to the final interview, but because of some restrictions, I couldn't join that job. Then this job was there second in the list, so I joined this. And I think it's a very wise decision that happened unknowingly. I would say that and it's turned out to be very fruitful. Yeah.
So, Yash, as I understand, your current profile is not really directly related to shipping. I mean, you're not a vessel superintendent, you're also not working in the vessel's operation department. As I understand, your current profile has more to do with the logistics and supply chain. So, please tell our viewers, how difficult was it for you and how did you cope with that? Is there any particular skill that you would like to recommend that helped you during this change?
As Robin, you said correctly, my profile is not a marine or technical. It's like a vendor system in which I'm into commercial part, operations and commercial part. So when I joined this, had I joined marine superintendent, technical superintendent, I would have known the 50% of the job. I can say that, because we were doing on the ship the same stuff. But yes, over here on shore, you will be managing five, six, seven, eight vessels. But coming to this profile, it was completely unknown. From zero, you have to build it like from scratch. So first understanding the company, then understanding the purpose, then understanding the goals, then understanding how it works, then understanding, the collaborations, the strategic partnerships, then understanding how the operations on this kind of companies work. Then when I venture into the commercial, then understanding the commercial, how to handle clients. So, learning that thing that any relationship is just not transactional, it has to be relational. And you have to, win the honesty, integrity of the person with which you are working. So these all were the aspects, and honestly speaking, I started from ground zero, but I am somewhere above the average, I can say right now, within 1.5 years. It's been very challenging, yeah. It's very challenging, but of course I'm enjoying it, because I always wanted to venture into uncharted terrain, and fortunately I got into a completely uncharted terrain which I'm exploring right now.
So, Yash, what would be your advice for the sailors who want to make this transition from ship to shore? What do you think is the most difficult part when someone is making a transition from ship to shore?
When you come ashore, there are few things which change. First is, there is a different skill set which is required at working at shore, and you need to enhance your soft skills, because these skills help you in work management, cultural management in the office which you have, office management, work life balance. Because when you come at show, you won't be having that luxury of 3 months of or 6 months of vacation. You have to work and you have to balance your personal life. So then your weekends sometimes become a priority, which you learn with time. So we should be open to all those things. Then we should also be open to rejections. Like as a master mariner, when we come ashore, on ship we are just giving orders and we make sure that they are executed. But when you come ashore, you have to be open to rejections. You're open to sarcasms and criticisms. These are some of the skills which you can learn. It's just the aptitude that matters. So we have to be open to that, shift, and with the best of our foot down. And I'm sure each one of us has that, yeah. But definitely, there are certain things which you come ashore, which like when I joined office for the first time, is like email management, like Outlook, and knowing your words, Word files, or how to best use your Word files, Excel files, making PPT presentations. So all those things also play an advantage. So, yeah.
Yash, we often make mistakes. What has been your learning that, if given a choice, you would have done differently while you were making this change ashore?
Yes. So what happens when you come ashore and you want everything to happen fast, and you want the things to happen the same way as you are, joining ship, signing off ships. We have that tendency, but things don't move that way in shore. So the thing is this: sometimes some of my decisions were quite fast, and which I never thought that they were so fast. And some people also told me that you are doing it very fast. But the thing is this: it's okay to make mistakes, but the most important thing is to learn from those mistakes. And we should have some good friends, colleagues, with whom you can share your professional setbacks, or professional mistakes, or professional errors. You can have good colleagues also with whom you can share, and they will advise you. World is full of good people, I can say that. So like I share it with you, you share it with me. So yeah, that's how the thing is this.
Yash, in one of the answer you mentioned that as you were 35, it became a factor for you to make a transition ashore. So as per you, what is the best advisable age for someone to make this transition and why?
Robin, there is no certain age limit. What I mean to say is, if we look at ourselves, when we were 25, we were adaptable to everything. When you became 30, you became a bit rigid. When you became 35, a more rigid. I'm not saying for everyone, but right, most of the people. I mean to say is like the older or the elder you get, your adaptability or your the knack of adapting to the new situation or new challenges is a bit of a challenge for you. So it might get you frustrated sometimes, like why the thing is not happening this way. Or even you're trying your best foot down. So what happens if in an organization, if you start getting frustrated, and if you are even if you're trying your best foot down, this frustration will be passed on to your subordinates or peers also, and the organizations will notice that. They think is this, they are very experts in that, the HR and everything notice that. And ensure and the business most important thing is that everyone is working on a professional end, and they are looking for the financial prospectus of the company, and they don't want to be hampered in any of the reasons because of a glitch in the manpower. And so my suggestion is like irrespective you're 40, 45, 50, if you are okay and adaptable to the changes, you should try it out. But yeah, I joined at 35 because for me I thought maybe this is the right age for me, and the right opportunity came, and I'm very adaptable. So that's what I meant by that.
So what is the best age band to make this move ashore?
I would suggest a age band of 30 to 40 is the best age band, I would say. But I have also seen people switching after 40, and they are going good. So, but yeah, my recommendation would be like for 30 to 40, yeah.
Yash, another big challenge that seafarers feel is the significant drop of salary that is there when you're first making this move from ship to shore. How did you rationalize this difference?
Okay, so yeah, honestly, yes, Robin, you're correct in this. When I was at ship, and as compared to when I came ashore, it was around 60%, I can say, of my sailing salary I was getting. And it was a bit of a challenge. But I took this challenge because before taking this step, I spoke to a lot of people who are already at shore, and they have told me that when you come ashore, you have to take that hit, and it's like a cadetship that you are taking it up. But just remember, it's a phase. After certain time and certain experience, you will get the amount of money. But yes, will always be taxable. There will be no tax-free income. Yeah, you won't have that luxury anymore. And currently, my priority towards my family are more than in compared to financial considerations. And I'm sure you with the knowledge and the expertise that I am accumulating, that I may someday will definitely be further ahead of this salary which I was getting in ship. Sorry.
Yash, being a sailor, one becomes used to their own kind of space, coming for a vacation and nobody bothers you. And after coming ashore, people sometimes struggle to get even the weekends. So, how did you handle that?
True. Like when we were at sea, we used to have our me time, we can say, and we used to introspect our thoughts and a course of actions we did. When you join a show, usually the life is 24/7, cross 365. And this usually, I mean, is usually because of the emergencies or unwanted or impromptu events which comes up. But usually, if there is no such thing, then the weekends are off and where you spend your family time together. I suggest all of you to take out an hour for your physical activity, be involved in any of the hobby or physical activity. With the current amount of stress and work and the environment in which we are living in, I would suggest each one of us, be in ship or be at show, to always make sure that you maintain a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah. And Yash, before we end this, could you share with the viewers about your background in India?
I was born in Lucknow. I was raised in Kanpur. I'm a 2005 pass out. Then I got to know about Tolani. I enrolled in Tolani in 2005, and 2008 I got placed in a company known as Sailland. Then I kept sailing and kept giving different exams of second mate and then chief mate and then master. And finally, I think in 2021, yeah, I became the master mariner. I was lastly sailing with Maersk tankers. So that's how my sailing journey has been.
And further, because of technical errors, our interview could not end, but there was some very good guidance from Yash. An important one was that it's really important that you stay active on LinkedIn. Because very often, the jobs that you're looking for comes from the references in LinkedIn. And then Yash shared some other pearls of wisdom. And fortunately, I have some audios available from that, so you can just hear it. So Yash, I thank you from the bottom of my heart to come to this podcast, taking out time, especially knowing that how busy you are. So thank you, brother. See you next time.
Yeah, no. It's a pleasure for me of being in your channel. And if anything, you can always or if anyone of your subscriber, because it's like a brotherhood system which we work and we have to help each other. And for many of the people, it's a very difficult and a bold step. And if they require any kind of help, guidance, I think we should always help, because we also got some help in our news, when we were making a move, I can say that. And it's a been pleasure speaking to you again. Video call, live.
I hope this was a useful video for you. If you have any questions or you have questions for my next guests, then please do write down in the comment box. All the best with your short transition, and as always, thank you for watching.